What's going on, boxing fans? This is Kenneth, SBM Boxing. This is the web at www.sbmboxing.com. You can visit us at the web at www.sbmboxing.com. From your subscribe. You gotta subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel, because if you're not gonna watch Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Marcos Maidana fight, if you're not gonna pay for it, you're busy, whatever the case may be, or you're just not interested in the fight. I'll tell you what, though, we're gonna cover the fight live. You can look at the Manny Pacquiao, Marcos Maidana's last fights, Mayweather's last fight, Canelo Alvarez's last fight. It really doesn't matter. Rigondeaux's last fight. We're gonna go live. And what do I mean by live? I'm talking about live. So if you want to see what's going on and you really don't want to pay, I'll tell you what, go ahead and subscribe. If you want to see after round 3. Matter of fact, ESPN, Google, whatever, BoxRec, Boxing Nation. No, there's no YouTube channel out there that's going to cover it like us. Live at SBM Boxing. At the Boxing Junior's house. There's going to be a lot of friends, families, post-fight, pre-fight. Yes, we're going to give a post-fight, pre-fight 15 minutes after the fight. But during the fight, if you want to see what's going on, we're going to let you know what's going on. After 3 rounds, 4 rounds, 5 rounds, 6 rounds. And we're going to let you know what happened into the round. If something major happens, we're going to be the first ones to go ahead and let you guys know. Like I said, there's no other boxing channel out there that's going to go ahead and do it. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you got 8,000, 10,000, 15,000 subscribers. There's no one doing it right now. But I'll tell you what, this is just a hobby for us. So go ahead and subscribe to SBM Boxing. You got Kenneth, myself, Let's Speak Boxing, George the Boxing Genius. Yes, he is the Boxing Genius. And yes, he is the biggest Floyd Mayweather Jr. fan out there. He loves Floyd Mayweather Jr. He thinks Floyd Mayweather Jr. is the best boxer that ever strapped them gloves and got into the squirrel circle. You got Clyde, the Godfather. You got George. You got Angel Chino Sanchez. You got a lot of friends and family that's going to be out there. And shout outs to Steven. I know you're going to be out there and you're going to back me up, because me, you, and Chino, we going Mayday all day. We're going for Floyd Mayweather Jr. and then we're going to go against the whole entire house, because the whole entire house, it doesn't matter who Floyd Mayweather Jr. is fighting, they're going for the other fucking guy. They're going for the other guy, but they've lost every single time. But anyways, skills pay the bills, and what I want to go ahead and say, this is going to be a good fight. But this video is not about just talk. We're talking about All Access, not 24/7 HBO. We're talking about All Access Episode 1. That's directed by Floyd Mayweather Jr. And All Access itself, let me go ahead and lower this real quick. And All Access, it was cool. A lot of people were just like, Kenny, did you see? I've been busy. I'm moving right now. So, I'm moving houses and stuff like that. I'm trying to get my house for rent. But, I'm not here talking about my personal life and shit like that. Whatever. I'm here to talk about boxing. So I've been busy. That's plain blank. Long story short, I've been busy. But I'm gonna get back into it right now. But anyways, Adrien Broner lost to Marcos Maidana. Mayweather in All Access Episode 1 went ahead and said, you know what, I'm not Adrien Broner. Little bro was distracted. Little bro was fucking bitches and making porns and partying and being rappers and stuff like that. But I perfected my craft and I work hard on my craft and I'm completely different, which I agree. But that's not an excuse for Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner can make any excuse in the book. It really doesn't matter. Adrien Broner got completely outschooled, outboxed, out everything, outpowered, outpunched, out everything. Anything that has to after the word out, Adrien Broner got. So it doesn't matter if you fuck bitches or whatever. I just think, there's a little thin line as far as, you got black, white, and gray. It was simple black and white. Adrien Broner was just overpowered. He was just, Marcos Maidana was just too much of a complete fighter for him. Maybe it's just a whole different weight class. He should have gradually moved up, but still, I just think Adrien Broner right now at 147, there's nobody out there. There's nobody out there that he can beat. He can go ahead and pick and choose and stuff like that and feed off, be a bottom feeder. But if you want to talk about Timothy Bradley, Adrien Broner can't fuck with Timothy Bradley. Adrien Broner can't fuck with Marcos Maidana. Adrien Broner can't fuck with anybody at the 147 division whatsoever. I just don't see him. Even Keith Thurman to put his hands on Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner needs to go down to 140 and get that belt off of Danny Garcia. That's what I think he should do. Boys or no boys, bro. Bills. You got to pay your bills. You got to do what you got to do. Stop being Floyd Mayweather Jr. and get your ass down to 140, and you're not Floyd Mayweather Jr. and just get out of 147, period, because you're going to get beat every single time. And if you fight anybody, Molina and shit like that, bro, you ain't going to get no credit for that fight. You're not going to get any credit for winning that fight. But anyways, I'm talking about All Access Episode 1. All Access Episode 1, a lot of people were just like, Kenny, you got to watch that fight. All Access Episode 1, that was a good episode. Man, that shit was boring as fuck. Why was it boring? Because, Maybachs, Bentleys, Bugattis. Matter of fact, Bugattis, that's all I've seen. Bugattis. I can sit, and that's all I've seen for Floyd Mayweather Jr. Flashy, flamboyant, showing his lifestyle and stuff like that. That's cool. money's cool, but I wanna watch it for boxing. You know, Marcos Maidana was, you know, not too much training for both camps, not too much training from Marcos Maidana. Marcos Maidana was in Argentina, because Argentina, as far as, you know, hospitals and medical, it's ranked up there. So he gave birth to his daughter. You know, salud to congratulations to Marcos Maidana on the beautiful birth, beautiful daughter. And I respect the fact that, you know, you did that. He put family before boxing. He said, you know what, boxing comes second. My family comes first. After I give birth to my daughter, and after that's taken care of, I'm going to go ahead and train my ass off and get ready for the Floyd Mayweather Jr. fight. And that fight's going to be good. That definitely fight's going to be good. But as far as the Floyd Mayweather Jr. side, you know, say what you want. You know, I'm not going to be going to. I do different stuff. You know, I'm not Ellie Setback. I'm not any of these other guys. You know, that interviewing and stuff like that, just as their career and stuff like that. This is a part-time time. So Mayweather, if you see it, I'm not going to interview you, but all I got to say is, you know, I like you, I respect you as a fighter. Right now, Mayweather Jr. is the best fighter to strap on gloves as far as the one in this generation. At 147, 154, no one can fuck with him. Right now, he's the best pound for pound fighter out there right now. Sergio Martinez doesn't come close. Bernard Hopkins doesn't come close. Bernard Hopkins and Sergio Martinez are badass fighters, but as far as the resume, who they fought, you know, they really haven't fought any the calibers to the fighters that Floyd Mayweather Jr. has fought up to date right now. But anyways, we'll get into that later on. I know I'm pissed a lot of people off on that, but say what you want, Mayweather. You know, you butthurt about Mrs. Jackson. He was on All Access show in the closet saying, you know what I made? You know, I made this girl who she is. I canceled my engagement. And, you know, she just needs to realize that, you know, I made her who she was. But your butt hurt, man. I read it, man. I read it. I seen your body composure. I seen your voice turn. I seen your eyes and stuff like that. Because the eyes, Chico, they never lie. And your butt hurt about Miss Jackson. Because Miss Jackson's bad as fuck. Miss Jackson's bad. I don't care that big booty girl that you were going ahead and touching on All Access doesn't even compare to Miss Jackson. So if you think that was going to make Mrs. Jackson jealous, it doesn't matter, because Mrs. Jackson looks way better than the bitches that were sitting on the steps. Mrs. Jackson runs circle. You can have all three of them. They don't even come close to Mrs. Jackson. You butthurt about that. But I'll tell you what, Mrs. Jackson, you're getting it. You're definitely getting it. Anyways, there's a lot of motherfuckers out there that would love to be Mrs. Jackson. But anyways, that drive Bugattis too. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk some boxing. The fight, Marcos Maidana, if you guys didn't know what's going on, Marcos Maidana beat Adrien Broner. Actually, completely annihilated Adrien Broner, and Marcos Maidana cashed out. He had the Floyd Mayweather Jr. sweepstakes. He's going to fight Floyd Mayweather Jr. He's going to take into MGM Grand. He's the MGM kid. He's the golden kid, not the golden boy. Not Oscar De La Hoya, but he's the golden kid in the MGM Grand. Floyd Mayweather Jr. May 3rd. If you didn't watch it, go ahead and subscribe. I'm telling you. I'm thirsty right now, so. A lot of people are sitting there complaining about Marcos Maidana's resume. Marcos Maidana's resume, he's getting better and better every single fight. Since he's been with Garcia, he's been winning. He's been winning. He beat up Adrien Broner. He gave Adrien Broner his first loss. Mayweather last year went ahead and gave Canelo his first loss. But Mayweather Jr. still has that O. They both came out victorious and got rid of that O. But Floyd Mayweather Jr. is coming in with that O. But that O is not going to go, because I think Floyd Mayweather Jr. is going to beat Marcos Maidana, which I'll get into that. But Marcos Maidana's resume is not that bad. Marcos Maidana has the advantage as far as youth. He's 7 years younger than Floyd Mayweather Jr. He's an inch shorter. I think he's 3 inches, as far as his reach is 3 inches off. Marcos Maidana's resume is really not up to the caliber of Floyd Mayweather Jr., but it's definitely still good. He beat Adrien Broner. He beat Jose de Lopez. Jose de Lopez broke Victor Ortiz's jaw. Victor Ortiz fought Mayweather Jr. Mayweather Jr., that was a good fight besides the headbutt and anyways, the Joe Cortez thing, that was just crazy, but that was a good fight. Jose de Lopez did beat Victor Ortiz, but Victor Ortiz was winning, but it was just a better fight. It was definitely an action-packed fight, and Jose de Lopez made that shit look easy. Marcos Maidana also beat Angel Martinez. He beat Soto Carras. Soto Carras is a badass motherfucker. And Soto Carras, if you beat Soto Carras, then you're real. And he actually moved up in weight for the first time, and he looked good against Soto Carras. He started off slow and gradually came out victorious and TKO'd Soto Carras. He lost to Devin Alexander. He lost to Amir Khan. Majority of decision or split decision against Eric Morales, and it was the Amir Khan and Devin Alexander. that was, I honestly thought the Amir Khan fight was definitely good. I think Marcos Maidana was picking it up, landing some big-ass shots against Amir Khan. Amir Khan did come out victorious. But anyways, Floyd Mayweather Jr. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is 45-0 for you guys who know. He's 7 years. He has 7 years disadvantage against Marcos Maidana. He beat Saul Canelo Alvarez. And Saul Canelo Alvarez was undefeated. He beat Robert Guerrero. Robert Guerrero came out victorious against Adrien Broner. Came out victorious against Nadine. Also beat Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto came back victorious against Margarito, and he's been winning consecutive. He came out victorious against Victor Ortiz. Victor Ortiz beat Andre Berto. He was the champ at the time. Sugar Shane Mosley came out victorious against Sugar Shane Mosley. Sugar Shane Mosley beat Antonio Margarito, who beat Miguel Cotto, and he had the belt at the time. He beat Juan Marquez after a 2-year retirement, came back. Marquez was pound for pound, top 3 pound for pound. Came out and put on a clinic, 12-0. Outboxed, outclassed, and made fucking Marquez look like a dickhead. But anyways, he completely annihilated and made Ricky Hatton look like a dickhead too. And Ricky Hatton was talking all that shit, England and all that stuff. Ricky Hatton was undefeated, and that O definitely went. Oscar De La Hoya, and he became the new cash cow, golden boy. Oscar De La Hoya put on a great performance against him. But anyways, I'm not going to get into that. You guys already know I got into that. The baddest dude in boxing right now is Floyd Mayweather Jr. As far as my fight prediction on that one and how's it going to go, there's a lot of people that are sitting there saying that Marcos Maidana is going to win, and I think Marcos Maidana is a legitimate fighter. He's a legitimate contender. And there's a lot of people out there that, no matter that doubt Floyd Mayweather Jr. Floyd Mayweather Jr., regardless on who he fights, they're always going to say shit about him. He beat Canelo Alvarez, hands down. Canelo Alvarez was a badass fighter, his badass opponent, but whoever Floyd Mayweather Jr. fights, he makes him look silly. He definitely makes him look silly. Floyd Mayweather Jr. itself, I think he's going to come out victorious. Floyd Mayweather